First week of my little challenge is done. I committed to waking up 15 minutes earlier to read something on productivity and self-development, and a hard stop at 9 p.m. so that the lights can go off at 10 p.m. Today is Saturday, the 6th of September, and since I've committed to it only during the work week, here's what I found. With brutal honesty, I have to tell you that I haven't noticed yet any life-changing shifts. But as with any habit, it needs time. This is the principle of long gratification. Sometimes, or most of the time, you don't reap the benefits. But hey, this is how habits work. They are more of a slow cooker, a marathon rather than a sprint. As the principle with quick gratification goes, you need time to understand the benefits of something. But what I've noticed so far is pretty cool. So I slept much more this week, more than ever, and I didn't need naps, even though I was waking up sooner. But because I was waking up sooner, I was tired closer to the time that I actually wanted to go to sleep at. My mornings also got calmer because I didn't look at the phone straight away after opening the eyes. So I made sure the inputs that I was filling in my brain with were actually good, positive, and they were intentional. Obviously, my choice of self-development. I'm reading Atomic Habits, and I'm reading this book again. But I thought it would be useful to go back there while I'm creating a new habit. And another big win, I've noticed that I'm not rushing in the morning. I managed to do everything on time without rushing out of the door like I usually do. And evenings, well, let's say flexibility is king or queen. That 9 p.m. hard stop might be a flex still for me, but I've been better. And I understood that sometimes I need some margins, but I'm getting better. I'm getting there. So sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. I guess it's got something to do with my discipline and organization during the day. So here's the collection of my daily vlog. Have a look with all the ups and downs, with emotional roller coaster. It's actually pretty interesting to see how the habit is being formed, with a bit of doubt, a bit of uncertainty, but I'm just going for it. 1st of September, first day of my challenge of getting up 15 minutes earlier and reading a book. Success. But you know what? I just realized that I actually cannot record straight after I wake up, because that defeats the purpose of this task and of this challenge of me staying off my phone. So this is hilarious. But anyway, it's fine. Today went really smooth, even though yesterday I was on a massive hike, did 20 kilometers walk. The moment the alarm clock went off, 5:35, I had a call with my business coach at 6. It was fine. Didn't look at the phone once. I read a few pages of Atomic Habits, and I just got reminded that habits are created through action. Messy action always beats perfect planning. And we too often are stuck in the planning phases, preparing perfect plans, downloading fitness apps, or just doing endless to-do lists without taking action. And taking action is what really moves the needle. So as expected, I didn't manage to shut down the laptop at 9 p.m. It's 9:45 at the moment, and I have just finished. I still have quite a few things on the to-do list, but they are not urgent. And this is how I've decided to be dealing with to-do lists as well, so that my hard stop at 9 eventually happened. And after this month, after September, I'm much better in prioritizing things that are absolutely necessary and rate the importance of every single task. So whatever had to be done, programming the client and the call with another client has happened, and then the rest can wait till tomorrow. I have assigned very precisely the time slots in tomorrow's day, in tomorrow's schedule, when I will be doing the remaining stuff that I didn't manage today, because my old self would get carried away, because my brain is wired and it's very easy to get carried away and just continue. And I have podcasts to upload, I have a few messages to reply, but they all can wait till tomorrow. 10 p.m. lights off won't happen, but I'm aiming at being in bed in 15-20 minutes max, and then still reading for another 15, which will give me 35 minutes without the blue light and shutting down my synapses that are actually now firing up. It's never perfect, it's messy action. And even if it's 1% better than what either it would be normally or what it was yesterday, obviously it's my first day, I'm only starting, so I have nothing to compare it to, but I know that my old self would be still continuing working. So it is a progress. It's not perfect just yet. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, second day. 2nd of September, Tuesday, my second day of the challenge. It's already 6:15 and I've already read Atomic Habits for 20 minutes. I thought I will continue with this book because it's very useful actually in what I'm doing at the moment. And I realized it's just a maybe already on the second day that I'm looking forward more to going to sleep and switching off rather than stressing about my to-do list, because just because I have a hard stop, which didn't totally work according to the plan yesterday, by the way. I shut the laptop at 9:45 rather than 9, but I switched off the lights at 10:25 p.m. on the busiest day of the week, on Monday, which is an absolute challenge, and it is an absolute win. Compared to my Mondays before, it's always a shit storm. So I am getting better, not perfect just yet, but 1% better, guys, is I always say to my clients, and the proof is in the pudding, because I had to shut the laptop and I knew that there is still more things to be done. I have messages to reply, podcasts to upload, and a few other things. I've realized that I put everything in writing, in handwriting, even though I have a calendar. I put it all in handwriting on my to-do list for today, so it wasn't absorbing my thoughts while I was switching off. And I think worth mentioning is what I do as my unwinding activities, just prepping for the following day. This morning, all the activities were just smoother, and it's just a maybe that I'm a little bit more relaxed going to sleep without nasty thoughts of how much there is to be done the following day, because I know exactly what there is. I don't need to look at the calendar. Like, the most important bits are on a piece of paper. So yeah, it's just a maybe. I keep watching. It's only day 2. 3rd of September, and I suck. I suck exactly where I thought I will. In the evening routine. First day, I shut my laptop at 9:45. And just a reminder, it's supposed to be 9 p.m. hard stop. Yesterday, I managed at 9:25. Still nowhere near 9 p.m., but I'm getting better. And that's the whole point. 1% better, more intentionality. Wish me luck today, because I'm running a workshop from 8 to 9, and I'm supposed to be switching off the laptop at 9 p.m. straight after the workshop. No more blue light, no TV, no more phone, other than setting up the alarm clock and just starting my unwinding activities, which are prepping food, my shake, my collagen, vitamin C, water, yogurt with fruit. Basically getting ready so that my morning routine runs smoothly and I don't need to get up even earlier. And obviously shower, making bed, and reading. Definitely still manage to read at least 10 pages, but I get carried away. And that's actually an interesting thing. I've been reading 2 books now since Monday, and I've moved more with each of them than within the last month, telling myself I need to read. It was too vague, and that's good feedback. If you set up a small, non-overwhelming goal, and I set it up for 10 minutes reading, whatever the pages, I don't care, it actually flows. I love reading, and I never have time for it. It turns out, I do. 9 p.m. hard stop might be overrated. I don't know where's the problem, but yesterday I literally turned off the light at 10, hard stop at 9, didn't look at the phone. I did all the urgency tasks, but there was one that was pretty important, and I knew if I don't do it yesterday, I might run out of time today, and then it will become urgent. So I was tossing in bed from 10, I think, to 10:45, not being able to sleep and thinking about that task. I had to put the lights back on and finish that task. It took me only 5 minutes and then was able to sleep. But lesson, it's a maybe, just a maybe. Depending on what actually is lingering, you might need to prioritize that task rather than pushing like a lunatic 9 p.m. hard stop. So as always, things are probably circumstantial. Flexibility is king, and this is my biggest takeaway from tonight, because it's Thursday, it's already 5 to 10, and I'm still speaking to the screen. It's actually an intentional flexibility today, because Thursdays and Fridays are check-in days in my community, so I had to respond to the girls that checked in today, so I can do the same tomorrow for the new ones coming, and I can be ad hoc with my duties of a coach. So if I had rigidly stuck to the rule 9 p.m, I wouldn't have done it. And at the same time, I have more time because I had shower earlier. I don't need to prep food because I don't need to leave the house tomorrow early. So that gives me a little bit of margin of time. So I will still manage to get 7.5 at least hours of sleep, unwind, read tonight, and also get up tomorrow a little bit earlier to read, fill in my brain with some positive inputs, and that'll be good. And if I had just blindly stuck to the rules, it would have just stressed me out and had a totally opposite effect. So flexibility is king. So that's it. That's a week in a nutshell. But next week, get ready because it's gonna get messy. I'm going to Poland to celebrate my 40th birthday, and my poor little routines are going head to head for a fight with my mum and dad. I don't think they're going to be impressed if I want to switch off the lights at 10 p.m. Yeah, it's going to be a glorious shit show. Lots of inconsistency, zero structure, but it's only Friday to Monday. So wish me luck. At least I'm going to be filled with love, food, and birthday chaos. And I'm looking forward to it. So Friday and Monday might not go according to the plan, but I cannot wait.